Dan Campbell knows how to tug at fans' heartstrings, and this time was no different. After the loss to the Bills, he dropped a surprising analogy that's been stirring up conversations. But that's not all. As the Lions battle a wave of injuries, the team is evaluating potential reinforcements that could change the course of the season. Could we witness an epic comeback on the road to the Super Bowl? Don't miss any details and be sure to leave a like to support the channel. Dan Campbell, the man who always knows how to fire up the crowd, delivered yet another unforgettable speech. On Tuesday, he took to Detroit radio on 97.1 The Ticket and delivered a message both Lions fans and players needed to hear after the loss to the Bills last Sunday. The Lions were flying high with an 11-game winning streak until the Bills came in and poured cold water on their momentum. The 48-42 loss at Ford Field seemed close on the scoreboard, but the reality was far different. Detroit was down by 21 points in the third quarter before a heroic rally ultimately fell short. And Campbell? He didn't shy away from accountability. He used a metaphor only someone like him could come up with. Look, sometimes we get used to eating steak. Everything is amazing, life is good, and we forget what it was like when all we had was old, moldy bread. And you know what? Back then, that bread sustained you. It was all you needed. Sometimes, you need to get punched in the mouth to remember that, to appreciate what you have now. He was blunt. We've got a bitter taste in our mouths. We got run over the other day. We've lost some key guys. But you know what? It's exactly what we needed. Of course, Campbell stretched the truth a bit with the exactly what we needed line. Losing starters and facing injury issues isn't exactly an early Christmas gift. But he knows that dwelling on it doesn't help. The focus now is on what can still be achieved. Let's not forget that the Lions have been in far worse situations. Before reaching the NFC Championship last season, the team spent over 30 years stuck in the wild card round. Campbell isn't about to let a single loss and a few setbacks derail what could still be a special year. And there's another motivational factor in play. One of the Lions' injured stars is doing everything possible to return in time for the Super Bowl. If that's not fuel for this team, nothing else is. Detroit has a long road ahead, but with Campbell at the helm, they won't take their foot off the gas. So, what did you think of Campbell's statement? Share your thoughts in the comments. But if you found this interesting, just wait to hear about the potential signings that could save the Lions' season. Despite a roller coaster season plagued by a wave of injuries, the Detroit Lions are in survive and adapt mode as they gear up for the playoffs. With key players like David Montgomery, Aleem McNeil, Carlton Davis, and Khalil Dorsey sidelined, the team is seeking reinforcements that could not only fill gaps, but also make a difference in this critical stretch. Here are 4 options that could be excellent fits for Detroit right now. Clyde EdwardsHelaire, RB. After being released by the Chiefs, EdwardsHelaire is available as a free agent. While he hasn't played in 2024, partly due to mental health issues, his 2020 debut showcased his potential. 803 rushing yards, 297 receiving yards, and 4 touchdowns. He still has gas in the tank, and could be a low-risk bet to complement the Lions' ground game in Montgomery's absence. Quinton Bohana, DT. Bohana is already familiar with Aaron Glenn's system and had a productive stint with the Lions last year. Currently on the Seahawks practice squad, he could be called up to help bolster an injury-ridden defensive line. With his versatility on the interior and NFL experience, Bohana seems like a practical choice for immediate contributions. Lamar Murray, RB. The veteran with 10 seasons under his belt is a powerhouse. He's rushed for over 6,500 career yards and proved last year with the Bills that he still has value, racking up 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. Dan Campbell, who worked with Murray in New Orleans, knows exactly what he brings: physicality and experience. Paired with Jahmyr Gibbs, Murray could be the power back the offense needs. Patrick Peterson, CB. Even at 34, Peterson still has value. After a solid season with the Steelers, playing all 17 games, he could provide the leadership and experience the Lions' young secondary desperately needs. Beyond being a reliable option on the field, he'd serve as a valuable mentor to rookies Terrion Arnold and Ennis Rakestraw. And of course, the chance to fight for a title might appeal to the veteran who has never won a Super Bowl. Detroit has already proven they can handle adversity, and these additions could be just what the team needs to keep the dream of a deep playoff run alive. It's impressive how the Lions are handling these challenges. Dan Campbell remains the heart and soul of this team, and these potential signings might be the missing pieces to turn things around. As a fan, I'd take a chance on these players. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more updates on your favorite team.